Let's talk about how to release the lower legs and the feet and the toes a little bit. So we're going to get into a sequence to address all those areas. If you tend to have discomfort in your feet, this is really going to help. Now, one thing to consider or to keep in mind is that if the feet are problematic, that suggests there's tension elsewhere in the body as well, in the center of the body. So we need to address the feet within the context of the entire body. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get started. So to begin, we're going to work with the straight leg. So we're going to bend the other leg so it's kind of out of the equation. Just go ahead and pop your hands behind your head like so. And begin by pointing your foot away, right? And also press your heel a little bit into the floor as you do that to make the little bit more effort into the calf. Just hold that position, and with your foot pointing away and your heel pressing down a little bit, just press your head into your hands and allow your back to arch somewhat. And then very slowly let everything relax and come back to rest. And we're going to repeat that a couple of times. Heel down, point foot, back arches, head presses down. And in doing this, you start to get an appreciation or a sense of how this creates tension from the back of your neck all the way down your back, all the way down your leg to your foot. And then slowly let that relax. So we're not just pandiculating the lower leg and foot, we're getting the entire back chain in the body. And when you're ready, we're going to do that one more time. Heel down, point the foot, head down, back arches. Feel the tension, and then slowly let that release. Now, when you're doing these, feet can cramp, so just use enough effort that you can feel what you're doing, but if you start to cramp, just back up on the effort. Okay, now let's add a little differentiation to that of the toes. So again, heel down, point the foot, head into the floor, back arches. And in this position now, without moving your ankle, you're going to draw the toes back toward the shin, and then you're going to flex the toes down again. And just do that a couple of times. Nothing is moving, only your toes. You're just flexing and extending the toes alternately. And do that about 3 or 4 times, and then just slowly let everything relax again. And now one more time, we're going to repeat the original movements. Heel down, point the foot, squeeze your calf muscle, press your head into your hands, arch your back, and make sure you can feel the effort through the back of the body. And then slowly and carefully relax to rest. Okay, from there, let your legs be straight and just notice how that feels. And if you've done that slowly and carefully, you should immediately feel a difference between the two legs, feet, lower legs, etc. Okay, so let's build on this. Now, this time we're going to bend the working leg and leave the other leg straight. You can have your arms out to the side, and you're going to press through the bent leg like so that the hip lifts up on that side. So in this instance, I'm pressing down with my left foot, the left hip lifts up, and let your head turn to that same side. And then slowly come on down. And then when you're ready, we're going to repeat that. Pressing through the left foot, left hip lifts up, head turns left, and then slowly release. And we're going to do that one more time. Pressing through the foot, getting a sense of the relationship between the foot, the leg, the hip, all the way up to the head and neck again. Okay. Now, to make this a bit more specific to the foot, we're going to make a little adjustment. So, same again, press through the foot, turn the head, lift the hip up, and now, in this position, can you lift your foot off the floor? So your heel stays down, and then slowly put the foot down and lift the heel off the floor. And then alternate like that. Keep your hip up as you alternately lift the front of the foot up, keeping the heel down, and then lifting the heel up and keeping the ball of the foot down. And just do that about 3 times without letting your hip come down. And then slowly relax everything back to rest. And we'll repeat that in its entirety one more time. So press through the foot, hip picks up, head is turned left, heel down, ball of the foot up, ball of the foot down, heel up. So we're differentiating the actions of the lower leg and foot. Oh, there's a click out of my ankle, from the hip and the rest of the body. One more time. Heel up, ball of the foot down, heel down, rest of the foot up, and then slowly relax to rest. Okay. Again, just lay flat and notice how that feels. Now, you're probably going to start to get a sense of this whole entire leg and side feeling quite a bit different from the other side now. The leg may feel a little longer, a little softer, and a little heavier on the floor. We're starting to get more freedom and awareness of the lower leg and foot. Let's continue with this, using the same foot again. Bring your leg to this position here where you have the knee just dropped out and you're just casually letting the leg rest in this bent position. And in this position now, just tip your weight a little into the left hip, like so. You're just going to rock into that left side hip a little bit. And just notice what that feels like and get familiar with it. And then when you're on the next one, tip into that left hip and just pick up your foot a little bit, the left foot. Notice what that feels like. And then just slowly relax back to rest in this position. We're going to repeat that, tipping the hip into the left and then picking up the foot. And as you pick up the foot, can you make a bit of a fist? We're going to squish your toes like so. And then slowly come back to rest. So as you can see, again, we're pandiculating the foot, but we're doing it as part of a larger movement. So we get the entire chain. All right, so again, roll your hip to the left, pick up the foot a little bit, make a fist or squish your toes, and then slowly relax to rest. Again, just be mindful of cramping. Take your time, go nice and slow. Let's just do that one more time. Turning the hips, picking up the foot, and making a fist with your foot. You can even turn your head to the right. And then slowly relax to rest. Okay, bring the leg to straight and check in, see what you've got. Again, you just get more and more awareness of the entire leg, lower leg, foot, and ankle. All right, so we're going to do the opposite of that movement now. So we're going to bring our leg to this position here where we're letting the knee be across the center line, and we're just going to have the foot resting like this. And from here, you're going to roll your hips to the right, turn your head to the left. Just notice what that feels like. And then come back to rest. And we'll do that again. Head turns left, hips turn right, and then slowly back to the start position. And now let's add the foot to this. We're going to turn the hips to the right, head to the left, and you're going to lift your foot a little bit, but think about leading with the outside edge of your foot, and you can let your toes extend. And then just slowly come back to the start position. And we're going to repeat that 2 more times. Head turns left, hips go right, pick up the foot, leading with the outside edge of the foot. You'll feel this up the outside of your lower leg and various other places. And then slowly come back down. And we'll do that just 1 more time. Head to the left, hips to the right, picking up the foot, leading with the outside edge. And just feel that it creates tension in your foot, in your lower leg on the outside. And then, of course, when you're coming down, you're relaxing all those areas as well. Okay. And let's come back to rest and see what we've got. Now, the difference between my left leg and my right leg is starting to feel markedly different all the way down into the foot. So let's alternate now between those 2 actions that we just learned. So we're going to slide the foot up, let the knee drop out, pick up the foot, hip rolls to the left, head goes right, and we make a fist with the foot, scooping up, and then slowly let that come down, straighten the leg out, slide the foot up the outside, head turns left, hips go right, and we lead with the outside edge of the foot. And then slowly soften back to the start position. And we'll just alternate again. Head right, hips left, picking up the foot and making a fist with the toes to the best of our ability. Slowly back to the start position and into the other movement, leading with the outside edge of the foot as we twist in the opposite direction. And let's just do one more of those. And see if you can make this feel somewhat like a yawn. You can lift your ribs up on the twist. That will help. And go the other way. Again, lifting the ribs up. And then slowly back to the floor. All right, so just do one final check-in with that. Comparing the left leg, the one you've been working with, the left leg, foot, ankle, toes, to the right side. And you probably noticed that there's much more awareness of that whole entire side. Now, the real acid test is to stand up, have a walk around, and notice how your foot feels on that side when you're walking around, in stark contrast to the other foot. You should find that there's quite a difference. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Then when you've done that, you can come on back, repeat that on the other side. Give that a try, let me know how you get on. If you'd like to take a full class with me, you can check out my on-demand video library. There's a link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.